Hey everyone, Rob here with our beautiful model Ada. You can see all this beautiful natural hair she has. Ada is ready for a change. We're going to show a really cool way to do a really behind the chair, consumer friendly, long layered haircut, and it starts with the sectioning, so let's get right into it.
Okay, sectioning the top high point of the fringe, and then we're going to section out the sides, and then we have the back remaining. So we are going to divide our fringe right down the center, and we are going to work side to side, but first we're going to create a guide, and we are going to grab diagonal sections on each side for one triangular section. This will be the start of the entire haircut.
0 degree elevation. We're going to just start peeling and just carving our guide. And what's happening is creating little fine points of interest here. A very lived in, looser type feel. This will be the shortest part of the fringe. Again, we're taking a thumb grip, center parting, and just carving out a nice textured feel. We're going to take diagonal forward sections, comb it forward, just use your index and your thumb. It's called the thumb grip. Bring it to the center. Wait till your guide pops. Wait till your guide pops, which is right here. That's when you know to begin short to long cutting. Very lived in feel happening. We'll do the same on the opposite side and work side to side. Again, thumb grip, over directing to the center. Wait till your guide pops, which is right here. And then from here, and we'll continue working side to side, combing everything forward towards the hairline, thumb grip, 0 elevation, stationary guide, carving technique. Last section on this side. So very lived in, short to long. This is going to be incredible on her. Last section, combing everything towards the hairline, using the other side as a visual. And making sure these 2 points balance. So already you can really see how this is starting to pop out everything nicely. I mean, open up the face area. This is going to be amazing. You can see that starting to happen already. Beautiful. And if we need a little bit more layering, I'm just going to slide you over to the side. We take a center parting. We're going to comb it perpendicular from the head. You can see where that center guide is. From that point, we're going to drop the center guide, bring in our scissor, and continue to cut. That'll be a stationary guide. We're going to over direct everything to the stationary. Let that guide drop. And we'll do the same on the opposite. This is going to be awesome on her. Again, let that guide drop and boom. Last section. Over direct, we're going to use the teeth of the comb, are going to be pushing to the direction that we want to move the hair. We let the guide drop. And then from that point, we're cutting into more of a 45 triangular cutting line. And what this did is seriously just open up her face, give her some layering on top of this heavy fringe. So when she does style it back, it's gonna just look beautifully on her, really soft. And you can always double check it after it's dry. You always gotta check for balance. You can see it's gonna be super cute on her already. And she'll be able to do a lot of different type of styling with this. She can go off center because it's long enough. She could still put it in braids, and she could do it down the center. GoPros.
Okay, now it's time to get into the top layering. We're gonna take a central vertical guide right in the top. We are gonna pull it straight up from the head, and we are gonna cut a triangular cutting line, cutting from short to long. And that will be our guide to work from. From there, we're gonna take pivoting sections, and we're gonna over direct to the previous. So over directing right to that center guide, because that was our first pivot section, and we are cutting short to long in more of a triangular cutting line. It really removes all that weight and gives her more face framing layering. I'm doing more of a carving technique here, where my scissor is continuously moving the blade just with my thumb movement. And I'm starting to work it towards the high part of the crown into the back last section, over directing everything up from the last section to the center and cutting short to long, creating beautiful face framing layers. And now we'll do the same exact thing on the opposite side. Again, pivoting sections, over directing to our stationary center guide and cutting short to long. You can see that pivoting section, and we're going to use the teeth. Should be facing the direction we're pushing the hair. So in this case, it's away from me. And everything is over directed to center and cut. Everything's over directed to center and cut. Cutting short to long. Now we're just checking for some balance. Bringing everything around the face. And any loose ends, I just want to detail. I'm going to carve out any type of imperfections I may see or any heaviness, and just really create a cleaner type line. Pushing everything center guide, using her nose as reference to push it to, and cutting short to long. And there you go. Now we have the top, the sides, and the fringe done.
Okay, now we're going to move on to the sides. And I'm going to show you how to do a nice seamless transition from the sides to the back. So let's get to this back quadrant right here. All this hair, beautiful, nice and long, right? So we're going to take a diagonal back section. Boom, right there. We're going to make a horizontal section of the back. And then we are creating another diagonal section on the opposite side. So this is what it should look like. Diagonal, straight, diagonal. Almost like a round smiley face is what it comes down to at the end of the day. We're going to double check. And then there you go. From there, we're going to pin this out of the way. Lots of hair, right? Ton of hair. We are going to continue to twist, use our Barracuda Classic clips, and just put it right up from the bottom up. And you can see she's got thick hair. This one Barracuda small clip can take care of the entire section. So it's really cool to see that. Again, so now we're gonna find out how to blend from the sides to the back. Okay, so you can see this is where we left off on the sides, and this is all of our hair that we have not cut yet. So we're going to simply take a section from the side, use this as our reference, we are going to take some new hair from the back, and we are going to simply tie in short to long. And when I do a haircut like this, it's usually more flattering to have more of a rounder type shape, but this is where you can determine, do I want a square shape? Do I want a round shape? Do I want a triangular shape, more of a V? In this case, we're going to do a nice soft round shape. Again, we have the new hair, we have the old hair. We're going to take them and we're going to combine them. You can see the angle is already there, from shorter to longer from the side. We're going to continue working with that. Everything forward, you can see, we're going to divide this in half and continue to work through that cut. So you can see a nice angle form, a little bit more of a round shape. From this point here, we're going to grab some new hair and just continue that round type shape happening. Again, how do we determine, how do we merge the sides? Let me show you. We're going to take a little section from the previous cut side, which is right here. We're going to take some new hair, which is right there. We're going to merge them together. Can you guys all see? Short to long, this is the previous cut, this is the new hair, and we're just going to continue to follow that line. Very simple. Combing straight down where the head lives and cutting right to that guide. From there, we're going to continue working towards this point, right there, and boom. We have ourselves a nice rounder type shape. Check for balance.
And we are just going to continue a one-length haircut following the round perimeter shape that we just laid in.
Okay, so now it's time to merge our top layers into the back layers. This is a great way to transition and merge everything together. So, the first thing we're going to do is take the previous cut hair that we already cut here, which is right here, and we are going to take just a section right there and comb it into the back. We could use a clip to just isolate that area, and we'll do the same to this side too, and comb everything to the back. So now we have our guide for the back. Now again, we're going to use pivot point. We are going to first create a central vertical section. We are going to lift, and then we are going to decide what angle we want to take these layers. We're going to cut short to long. So again, let's take our central vertical section in the back, bring everything up, and I want to show you guys short to long. So I'm going to just twist her this way. Here we go, perfectly. And let's bring that straight up to the head. And first, let's find out where our guide is. Boom, it's right there. This is where we previously cut those top layers. So from here is where we make a decision. What type of angle do we want here? How much hair does she have in the back is the question. If she has so much hair and she's literally grabbing the back of her head saying, I have so much hair here, it is driving me crazy, then we could take this angle and over direct it the opposite way to move more weight while still maintaining length. If she has super fine hair, we can over direct everything to the top and just cut more of a triangular cutting line here. So it really depends on what we're going to do. We're going to meet in the middle for Ada, which I think will be really good for her. So we're taking this central vertical section, lifting everything straight from the head, finding out where the guide is right here. I'm going to over direct it just a little bit back, and we are going to create our guide.
So we are going to continue with tie pivotal sections, over directing to the previous and cutting short to long in more of a triangular cutting line. In this case, I did some sliding or carving techniques. You can see the guide clearly, and we're cutting short to long. Once we're at the side of the head, I like to over direct it just a little bit more. Same thing on the opposite side. Pivotal pie sections, over directing and cutting short to long.
Okay, so again, we've got our pie section. On the opposite side, teeth are facing the direction we are moving the hair, which is to the center. Wide tooth of the comb, lifting straight out from the head, and you can see we already cut that guide. So we just checked that. We're taking our next pie section, and we're taking our previous cut section, because we're only cutting over directing to the previous guide. What is that doing? Removing more weight, creating more movement, finding out where the guide is, and connecting. Okay guys, I'm going to show you a quick, easy way to style a long curtain fringe. Super easy. So here is our fringe section. And what we're going to do is we're going to separate this section into 3 parts. The middle and the sides. So let's do that. Let's start with the middle. Now the middle, we are going to just iron this section down. No big deal. Simply, let me just show you on the side so you can actually see it. There we go. We're going to take this section and we are going to just flat iron it, everything under. Okay? Then we're going to take this section here on the side of it, and we are going to take it the opposite, away from the face. Let that season up a little bit, and then curl it away from the face. Just a little bit of a bend like that. We're going to take this section right here and do the same thing. Using the flat iron, we are going to season it a little bit, and then we are going to curl everything away from the face. Just nice and simple, super easy, like that. From this point, we are going to drop the length in the back, boom, and we are going to simply comb all of this away from the face. Super cute, moving fringe, flexible. She can move this in any direction possible.